How's it, everybody? Welcome back to Coral Reeches. It's Sanctum Gamer here, and we are looking down once again at a beautiful cloudy day in the Coral Reeches region as we watch our boats float about on the river with all of the different towns and settlements starting to connect up things very nicely, and the main city is finally starting to expand, it's starting to take shape, and I am looking forward to sort of blending it out into all of the surrounding farmlands all around it. Down on the bottom of the screen, we built out our car manufacturing factory last episode, and it is big. It is very big. We've got a cargo train depot over on this side, or cargo train terminal, and then the main vehicle factory surrounded by the switch on, which as well as the post sorting facility, which together I think have made the whole place look really good. I also use the server farm over here in the corner. It obviously helps provide internet to this area, but as a look, it gives a nice big warehouse type of look to everything. When I look at it, if I turn on my info views, you will see that this is quite a heavy ground polluter and it is starting to spread. And I know, or at least I got a comment or a message from somebody that said that if I can make use of the industrial waste processing site, it helps reduce ground pollution by quite a lot. And as you can see, that is by minus 15%. So that is something that I am planning on doing. I don't plan on doing it in this video. I don't know, I'll see. But I was thinking of sticking it down somewhere around this area. But I was worried that I'm going to pollute the sea. But then again, I don't plan on doing too much development over here. So maybe it might not be such a bad idea. But in time, I will put one of those down. Together with those, another building that I saw, I think it was in the unique buildings. Yes, this one, the fuel plant. It also helps reduce ground pollution citywide. So those two buildings, I'm definitely going to combine at some point down either on this side or maybe on the far end of the map, because both of them are quite heavy ground polluted as well as air polluters, and so I want to try and keep them as far away from things as I possibly can. That said, after the last video, somebody left a comment that said that I can actually connect up my cargo ports. So my train cargo terminal over here, I can connect it up with my other cargo train terminal over on this side, and then the two can ferry cargo between one another. And I thought that was a brilliant idea, and I am definitely going to do that because I'm going to be building out a lot of farms in this area, and a lot of things like stone mining, ore mining, all of this stuff are going to be in this area. So there's going to be a lot of natural resource production. So by connecting these two up, I can better ferry all of the cargo between my different areas of the city much more efficiently, and also reduce the amount of trucks that are running on my roads, which overall should help with the traffic. So that is definitely something I'm going to do. But for now, what I want to do is I want to start off by connecting up the cargo terminal with the outside world. So I'm thinking of pushing it through somewhere around like so, and then we'll run a route between it and the outside world, as well as a route between it and the other cargo terminal over on that side. And then once that is done, we'll get round to the agenda of today. So we're gonna cross the railway line over on this side somewhere. That is the plan. So let's get all of this connected up, and then we shall pick up the agenda for the day. Alrighty, we have connected them up. So I came around here, I upgraded this to have a second track, which is where the cargo terminal, or well, the cargo line is going to run. So the local route runs between this one and it will go all the way up until this one. So this one is now also importing. We've got it running on the outside, and I think I've managed to connect it up in a nice way over on this side. Using the keys and stuff, I've managed to cross this road fairly nicely. At least there's room also for me to be able to expand it a bit if I need to. And then that's connected out to the outside world over there, where everything I think is looking pretty decent. I don't see any train or any cargo running on it at the moment, but I am pretty sure they are there. There we go. So we do have that one over here. This is the local line. This is the international one. And we do have a train that is spewed out that is going to be doing the job and connecting everything up for us very, very nicely. On to the agenda of the day. So what I want to do is that I want to extend out the settlement over here. And I want to turn this place into a nice town, probably very similar to Old Mills Town, but it will be a little bit more modern, unlike Old Mills Town. So if we look at Old Mills Town, most of its residential areas still have a lot of the EU sort of look and feel. But over here, I'm going to create a similar town, but with the American style more than the EU style. And this is going to be a settlement that the idea is that it is supplying this large industry that's over here. So if I look at something like Switch On, we still quite short on employees, as well as even the vehicle factory, we short quite a bit of on employees. So I want to try and address all of that with a nice big town over on this side. But for this town, I want to connect it up with a rail. So I want to try and keep up this sort of rail infrastructure going. Over here is massively rail based. The town of Old Mills Town is also very rail based. So it only makes sense to me anyways that if I have another town over here, we're going to have another rail connection that's going to come up to it. I'm going to try and keep most of the settlement on this side and then try and flank it with farmlands in and around this space, because sitting right here in the middle is a big hill that I don't want to get rid of. I want it to be a highlight of the area, and so we're going to try and work out the settlement in and around all of the space. And then we're going to also probably modify the settlement a bit and move a lot of the density probably closer to where the downtown is, and this will be more of perhaps the old EU style areas that will probably represent the original influence of the town, so it will probably still remain, and then this area will just be a little bit more modern. So to kick it off, I'm gonna start off with a train station over on this side. Now I'm hoping that I can get a nice road that will align nicely with the what are these things, the power lines. I want it to be as straight as possible, so I don't want to get any weird angles happening over here like I've done over on the side, where I just completely messed it up. As I was saying, I don't want to get any weird angles. But anyways, okay, so that's down. Let's get rid of all of that, and that gives me a nice straight area where I can put a train station to ferry people in and out of this spot. Now I would love to use this yes, it is a French station, the French train station over here, but it's got two train tracks, and I am not convinced that I need two train tracks over here. And so I am not sure whether to use this one or just the medium one, which is a single train track, but I think it fits in a lot. Oh, look at that. This actually has a nice thing in front. Oh, I did not realize this. Okay, cool. So it's got some kind of a station type thing, building thing, which makes it work out very nicely. This is great. Okay. So I think this is going to stay. This is going to be my train station, a single line, and I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to bring it through. I'm going to connect it up to this train line over here. And if we do developments over this side, I might just reroute it to connect through here and then come. But for now, it's going to go, it'll connect up to this, and then we're gonna get cracking with some road networks and all of that stuff. So let me remove this road, let me reline out everything, and then connect up this station. Alrighty, so let's take a quick pause and see where we are at, because now I'm starting to transition into the development around here. And what I've now done is I've set up all of these roads. So around the train station, we've got the main avenue that comes in, as well as the 2 main roads that are going to run through this town. And the development is going to sit, well, at least the dense part of the development is going to sit around this train station, and that is the plan. And then the rest of all of these are going to be low density housing mixed in with some of these low rent and row houses, just sort of lining this entire area. I've been looking at this thing and I've thought to myself, you know what? I think I'll go ahead and make this place also a bit of a development. So we will upscale or upgrade this road into one that is a little bit bigger, and it'll end over there just so that I can have a little bit more density around this part of the town. And we'll go ahead and we'll upgrade this as well, because I like a type of symmetry when I build a lot of my places. So I'm gonna go and just connect this up to this side as well, and then we will upgrade this road also to this type. Then all of the roads are a little bit balanced, and this sort of gives a slight idea as to why this place might have got a little bit more density. That said, I'm not going to upgrade this one as much as I would like to, because the idea here is, as the development has been happening and all of the upgrades are happening, these houses are like, nah, we're not selling, and so this road remains a small little one. So now this is where we are at. I don't know if you've noticed, but we got these updates. I think my game finally updated, and now we've got like cul-de-sacs and stuff, which is pretty cool. I have never used it before, so I just thought I'll give them a try. So I've got all these cul-de-sacs that end, or cul-de-sac that end over on this side, and then we're gonna use some development. We're gonna do a bit of development around it, and some of these roads will probably convert into dirt roads and stuff. This has been connected out now via this space. I am starting to see a little bit of traffic on here, which is good. The idea is that once this place gets developed out, I do think that most of the people moving in will probably come from this side, which will then come down this way and then down into the town, as opposed to all the way around over here and then try and get off over here and then come in. So yeah, that is the plan. We will see whether I'll merge things up over here and other areas, but that will be determined at a future date. For now, we're gonna start the development. If I can try and finish off this area in this video, I will be very, very happy. Something that I was looking at and thinking of putting down is perhaps a big football stadium just around here. And oh, that's perfect. That is great. I was worried that it wasn't going to line up, you know, the way I wanted, but this actually is a perfect lineup, which is great. Then I can try and do some detailing around this one big stadium, or well, field that is gonna sit in this town. I think I can also upgrade this a little bit. Oh, great stuff. So let's give these 2 upgrades. And now we've got the main center of the town, and we'll see how we're gonna do all of this development. We're gonna start probably around here. We're gonna start off with a nice big commercial spot around all of the main avenues, mixed in with some low and medium density housing. And then I'm gonna try and let the height come up to this road and then rapidly descend down into the standalone houses, and then try and keep the area around the station itself a little bit low density. All right, down into this corner, everybody. Let's get some development going. Alrighty, let us take a pause because I have developed out most of the town's core, which is where all of the medium density and high density buildings are going to sit. And then I kind of decided to spotlight this place with a nice big water tower. It was an idea that somebody posted in the comments a while ago, and I thought this is actually not a bad idea. So I decided right at the base of this field, we'll just have a nice big water tower over there. I just realized that something that I should have done was connected up the train station before doing all of this building, because a lot of cars have come flying into all of those areas, which is actually not the worst thing because we get a little bit of activity. But I think I'll go ahead, I'll connect them up now. Let me just change the color scheme of some of these buildings so that it's not all the same colors through and through. Give the place, I don't know, a little bit more dynamism and a slightly different look. It's so weird. Like, okay, this is very dark. Maybe let's make it a orange-ish color. Ugh, that is so ugly. But anyways, I'll play around with colors and just make it look a little bit better. But for now, look at this. This my high rent, high resource costs are starting to come back since the game updated. They are all coming back again. And in the last video, if you remember, they were all gone. And we've done nothing except this little expansion. Ugh. This train station, I want to connect it up to the main downtown station all the way over on this side. Now, I've got this two lines that run here. It's the blue line that connects up from Waterworth all the way over there and comes in and terminates over on this side. And then I've got an orange line that runs from Bedford and comes in and also terminates over on this side. So I'm going to repurpose the Bedford line, connect it up to the downtown, and then allow it to extend all the way out to this new town that we are building over there. And the way I'm going to do that is right now only these two tracks connect up and go out in that direction. These two merge together and they come in and they terminate over on this side. So I am going to repurpose one of these lines, I think probably this one, and then I'm going to try and see if I can get a nice blend on it so that this line also goes ahead and connects up to the ones that go out into the rest of the region. So if I can just get this to blend in nicely. Oh no, that does not look good. Maybe bring it out just a little bit further, and then I can try and then blend this in like so. Is that fine? Does that work? Yes, that works. Great. So this line now has access to the other side. Let me just delete these train tracks off of here, or well, these trains off of here. Boom. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to merge this line now into this one over here. So then that gives me, I hope that does not look too bad. Oh, great. So now that gives me access into that side. My life will be made easier if I'm just going to pause the game. I'm going to take this line and I'm just going to delete it completely. And then I'm going to reset the entire route starting from Bedford. All right, and the line is complete. So I just want to make sure, I always get these weird glitches on my lines, but it looks like this time around has worked out nicely. I've got the two stops, it comes in, blends in, goes all the way around, comes all the way around, gets off, and then it connects up over here. So if we do any further development, we can branch off of this and allow that to be our stops. And then let me unpause that, and we should hopefully start seeing trains running between here and the main downtown. And there we go, the first train arriving. It's weird, its color changes as I highlight it. I changed the train line color from orange to this weird color. I don't know what color that is, but yeah, I see people already starting to use it. And then what I'm going to do is I want to just finish up all of the development, and then I'm going to connect up this town, that town, and the main vehicle manufacturing factory here with a bus line as well. Yo, guys, massive disaster here. Goodness me, look at this accident. Cars went flying all the way up to that side. Everything here is on the floor, it's on fire. Man, that is hectic. Let's get back to the town. I want to start mixing, or well, blending everything in together. So down here is going to be mainly the residential space, and over here is going to be a mix of residential as well as farmlands to blend into this one that is in development. And then over on this side is where we're going to have a lot of the commercial farms that is going to produce most of the resources that hopefully will address these high resource costs that we've been having. But that I'm probably going to leave for either later on in this video or probably in a separate video. Today, right now, let's get all of this place blended in. And we're going to start over in this corner where we're going to start introducing a lot of the low density residentials. And then we're going to be mixing it in with all of the medium density and hopefully get everything looking a very nice kind of way. Alrighty, so we have expanded quite a lot. Here's where we are at. Let me take a bit of a pause and just see how everything is coming together. You know, I wish I could change the color of this, but anyways, it is super bright, but it is what it is. So we've basically built out most of this area. My word, I don't think I had even planned to build this much in one single sitting, but here we are. So this entire area has been filled in. We've got the transition into the farmlands that's starting over here, something that's going to continue out into this space and into that space. And then we've got a lot of the low density residentials, which basically sit as the outskirts part of this town. I mean, look at it. I love the way all of this stuff comes together. And then I thought I would stick an elementary school down here. I don't think I'm going to put a high school. I want this place to remain sort of a low education area. And to capture that, I've got just little pockets where I've just put a little bit of trash down because, you know, that places where all the low educated people are generally tends to be quite dirty. But I did put down an elementary school. It is filled to capacity. I have extended it with extensions all along this road and then just given them different colors just to try and make it look like it's different buildings of sorts. Something that I was considering was find a way to include a bridge that crosses over the highway and the railway tracks going into Old Mills Town over here. But let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that is something that is worth doing, and if it is, I will tackle it probably at a future point. But yeah, everybody, this is the town. It is coming together very nicely. I'm very happy with the way that is looking, and I can't wait to start blending it out into all of the spaces because I think that's what's going to give the whole place a whole lot of character. To finish off today, I just want to try and complete this area. So we're gonna have maybe some small residential around here, but the rest of this is going to be mainly farmland, which is then going to tie this entire space together. I've been looking at it and I think I want a road that is going to go up from this side, maybe going straight up in that direction, right? Just so that, yeah, there we go. So we've got a way that the railway line at least terminates over here. And then this road here will come and it will run right along the power lines and continue its way straight down. And I think that's about the extent of how far I will send this road. And then this one will just connect up. Can we turn that off? This one will just connect up this whole space with this road over on this side. And then at some point we are going to develop out like some nice farms going up these mountains. I don't know, some vineyards. I don't know. I will see what I'm going to do about that space. But for now, let's start off in this little corner and then we're going to just try and blend everything in. And then we'll probably be calling it quits for the day. Alrighty, we are done for today anyways. Look at that. Look at those beautiful farm fields going up that mountain. Oh man, everybody, come on. That has got to be very good looking. I love building farms that go like up the mountains, and then when you look at them from afar, just seeing them rise like that is just absolutely fantastic. And of course, what has definitely helped is this thing of using surfaces to cover up the regular farm textures. I think that has helped add quite a bit of life to all the stuff as well that has been built, all of the farmlands and so on. And I think that is just beautiful. I'm just wanting to add 1 or 2 trees in and around this place just so that the area looks, a nice kind of way, because I want the area to look a nice kind of way. And then maybe in the next video or two, we'll expand out. It'll probably be next video. I want to try and finish off this town, expand out in this direction where we can get a few more farms coming in, and then close off the town with a nice small little extension to it. And then we shall move into all of the mining, the big commercial farms, and all of that stuff. I've tried my best to also use a number of functional farms in and around this area. This is something that I always forget, is unlocking them so that they can actually upgrade. So yeah, using a number of functional farms so that I can produce and actually start selling things, which will hopefully help with my resource costs. And as you can see, a couple of them have disappeared over here, and I'm sure in time some of these will also disappear. But overall, everybody, look at that. We've built a whole new town in the space of one video, and I think it has come together very, very nicely. It was nothing but pure building today. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Love it when I just get the chance to expand out on a place and just plonk down a whole bunch of buildings and make a town come alive. I think a fast station is the only thing that we've got in this town that is really any kind of use. I think there's a clinic somewhere back here as well, so that is okay. It's not a problem. We don't have a police station, but I think as we expand in this direction, I'll probably add a few more city services and stuff in and around the area. We are supplying all of this, our industry now, and all of them should have more than enough employees. We should be operating at over 100% capacity all over the place, and I think that is just fantastic. So yeah, everybody, that's it. Thank you all so much for watching. Really appreciate you joining me today. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you've been here a while and you haven't done so already. And don't forget to turn on the notifications, share the content. It really helps get the channel out there. Big thanks to all of my patrons and YouTube members for all the extra support that you continue to choose to show the channel. It is truly appreciated. Enjoy the cinematics of our new settlement, and I shall catch you all in the next one. Cheers, everybody.